Ladies and gentlemen, may I direct your attention to something quite extraordinary, quite incredible, quite unlike anything you may have experienced in your life.
Welcome back to another episode of the Takeover Show. I am your host, Misa, and with me, as always, I got a friend of mine here. He is owner of Duchi's. He's also a big torta lover. We do call him the Tortanator. Please give it up for my boy, Chuy.
Hey, gang, what's up? Welcome back. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing.
Yeah, Chuy, we got a very, very great guest here today, a legend in the making. But before we do introduce our guest, let's go ahead and give a big old shout out to our sponsors, starting here at Genuine Reference Studios. Guys, anything music, anything sound, anything podcast, please hit up Genuine Reference Studios. Also, a big old shout out to the Takeover's official photographer, our boy Big O from Big O Photos. Guys, for any event, please hit up Big O Photos. Chuy, who else do we got, Chuy?
We want to give a major shout out to our boys over at the NFL, Mijos Things, and everybody in El Paso with their clothing brand. Make sure to check them out if you're into the culture.
Yes,
and
sir.
One more time for our edible sponsor. I don't have them on me, but shout out to Chef Mike Dulce and everybody at Team Dulce for keeping it going.
Yes, guys, make sure you guys intake legally and responsibly. It is Abuelita approved.
So be careful with
that. So take some to your grandma if needed, dog. But anyways, let's get right into it here, Chuy. We got very, very special guest. We've been wanting to have her on for a couple of years. I almost went blind because of her. But nonetheless, guys, please give it up for a member of the Bad Bitches Club, a local legend, yours truly, Miss Krystall Poppin. Hey, KP in the building.
Let's go.
Welcome.
KP,
What's up?
Super excited that you're here. We wanted to make sure you had what you needed. You're a big fan of hot Cheetos, some Hennessy. We got some Dulce.
These are the supplies. It's really all I need. This is all I survive off of. Honestly.
I was gonna say, is that something? I feel like you have a drawer right next to your bed.
I do.
And then a cooler on the other side of the bed.
Yeah,
what sauce
I do.
we rocking?
I have hot Cheetos, Hennessy, couple edibles, little thing. I have a secret stash.
Do you?
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, don't tell Chuy about your secret stash.
100%.
I just want to know Valentina or Tabasco type of girl.
Valentina for sure.
Hey, Chuy's gonna fall more in love during this show.
She's a snacking ass what?
I'm a snagging ass bitch.
Hey, we have to here at the Takeover Show.
Trademark,
welcome,
okay?
KP. Welcome.
Hey, dude, you gotta make some shirts off of that. Dude.
I am, so y'all better not steal that shit.
Hey. All right, so really quick here, for those who might be living under a rock, they don't go into any social media, any YouTube or anything. Can you kind of introduce yourself here a bit?
So what's up, guys? My name is Krystall Poppin. I am a rapper from El Paso, Texas. I travel all over America to spread my music, spread the word about El Paso, trying to put El Paso on the map. You know what I'm saying? Trying to spread the word about Chicanas in music, rappers, like just putting on for the women, for Mexicanos everywhere. And just following my passion, following my dream, letting God take me where he wants to take me.
Heck yeah. You're also doing vlogs and stuff, right?
I am doing vlogs, yes. So I am editing them myself.
Shit.
Damn, all right.
So
Producer
it's been...
What don't you do?
Honestly, that's a shorter list.
Oh,
shit. No, I'm just saying. But honestly, vlogging is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And officially, I have 2 out now. And I just realized one day, I was like, I do so much that a lot of people don't realize. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I think I need to share that with the world. So now what we're doing is like, we're pulling out the phones and we're capturing things that maybe it seems normal to me. But then I took a step back and I'm like, bro, this is not normal.
No, it's not. And it's a good idea because these videos are kind of like a day in lifestyle, right? What it takes, what KP does on her regular day.
Yeah.
Because you're a very busy person. I mean, if you're not traveling, you're recording music. You were just in the studio a few days ago.
A couple days ago, I was in this very room.
Shout out
here.
fucking.
Yeah, shout out Genuine Reference. Dude, shout out to Genuine Reference.
Shout out to Genuine.
Honestly, they really embraced me, and they really just said, you know what, like come in here and we like record, like do your thing. And I take that to heart, because like this is what I do all the time. And for me to finally have like a go-to studio, because usually I was like recording at a home studio and I do demos in my room, you know what I mean? But to have like a studio in town to go to, it's amazing. So
that's a professional studio.
Reference right there, yeah.
Hey, shout out to Jamal Streeter. I know Jamal Streeter was helping out too.
Yeah,
right?
he's my engineer here. So shout out to Jamal. For
I'm
real.
not gonna lie. I walked in here and I heard a little sample. Shout out to 3. He gave me he let me hear a little snippet.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Shout out to 3 AM, my DJ, my brother, my best friend. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I got to hear something that she was working on, bro, and it's pretty fire.
Thank you, bro. I'm always working on music. Like it's funny because like online, like haters will be like, "Get a real job," and I'm like, "Dude, like this is a real job."
Do you not know what it takes to do this? No, yeah. So I kind of want to go back. All right. You're obviously from El Paso, Morningside Heights.
Yes,
right?
Morningside Heights.
Shout out to there. Shout out to that.
Shout out to Central Side. Baby.
Yes, Central.
Yeah.
So going back, okay, when did this whole love for music start with you? Was it something that maybe you heard your parents singing, or it's just something that came natural to you? How did it start?
So it's crazy because my love for music has been like, it always existed. Like before I even made music, I just loved music. That was my thing. Like I was like just a listener of music, and I loved it. My father, he would like back in the day, he would like put tapes like in the radio and like record his favorite songs, and he like built this whole like archive of cassette tapes, and just I listened to them my whole life. You know what I mean?
That's when you know somebody is a big music lover, especially back then, is waiting for it to come out in the radio and then having to record it.
Yeah, for sure. So like I like listened to all these tapes that he made, you know, himself, and also got from his friends around El Paso and stuff. And I think my love started like from him, like him giving me that, you know, and you know what I mean? And just like carrying that through my life, like whenever I'm a very emotional person, very, very emotional person. And I always felt like music could say the things that I couldn't, you know, like because I was very like socially awkward person. I didn't know how to express.
Really?
Yeah, very, very awkward. Like this is new. Everything you see is brand new.
Wow.
Straight up.
I mean, you couldn't tell because I mean, it seems like you're just being yourself and very outspoken, very outgoing.
But
very
that's
natural.
what I learned along the way. I think I was very ashamed of myself growing up, and then
ashamed of what? Of shit? What, like self-conscious?
Yeah, self-conscious. I was like chubby, you know what I mean? I like cut my hair to like my bangs cover my face. Like I was just very like, don't look at me. You know what I mean?
Emo phase or
yeah,
what?
I had straight up. I was like an emo girl. I had the little haircut. You know what I mean?
Where are you?
Yeah, straight up. Like I was part of that scene, the scene. You know, the scene. Straight up.
What kind of music was it that your dad was recording and listening to?
So my dad was hip hop head all the way. KRS-One, you know what I mean? Like Mobb Deep, all that. Like very East Coast driven. Biggie, like Biggie wasn't his favorite, but Biggie became my favorite because of the music I was listening to from my parents. You know what I mean? So that it was very East Coast driven, but it was also sprinkled with West Coast and stuff like that. Yeah. And then once my aunts, like my mom's sisters, once they were teenagers when I was born, so like they were listening to a lot of the Texas, Chopped and Screwed, and all of that stuff.
So they were more like big sisters that you were looking up to.
Yeah. I don't even seem like tias. I seem like big sisters. You know what I mean? So they were like teaching me about all of that stuff. Cypress Hills, like ingrained in my blood because of them. You know what I mean?
And now you're working.
She's like 6 years old.
Now I'm working with you, bro. So crazy.
Yes, I got chills for you. But going back to you saying tias are like your sisters, it's a beautiful thing as Latinos that we can grow up and like I'm not gonna be racist here, but I don't think blacks, whites, or even Indians can even say that. Hey, my sister's my tia, like that, you know.
I mean, everyone's
beautiful.
Cousin though, like you know what I mean. I've met different places, different types of people where it's like that's my cousin is like not your cousin. You know what I mean? That's my aunt for sure. Like what I've seen, but I mean, what I've went through personally. I grew up in a house in Morningside Heights with 13 people living in one house. You know what I mean? And it was once my aunt started having babies, it was their babies, and then we were watching those kids, and then it was like my uncle, he was going to college, and it was like hectic all the time. But a really cool thing that I remember was that we had a big kitchen. That was the biggest room of the house, and every night we would all have dinner together. So like the kids had a little table and the adults had a table, and we would all have dinner together every day. So.
I think that's the best part about having a big family or having a lot of people living in a house, especially if it's family. You create that culture, especially in the Hispanic culture. You know, it's very tight knit. Now, when did you actually start like making music of your own? I mean, I'm sure growing up you did covers on, sang and stuff, but
it was like growing up, before I even thought about making music or anything, when I was just a music lover, I was like, I wonder if I could even write a song. And I tried, and it was like, no, like I was like, this is way too difficult, there's no way I would ever make a song.
I always wonder how artists, man, that make music, like make lyrics to stuff like that.
It's crazy, because once I really because I'm self-taught, so once I really taught myself how to write, it was like me drunk in my room, like crying, and I'm just like throwing all these words on paper, and it just started rhyming. You know what I mean? And that's really how I started. Like legit, that's how I started writing music.
With her hair,
just like tears on the page, like just like, it hurts. You know what I mean? But like that led me to like record my first song, and then I met my first producer named Cass, and then in the studio where I was working with Cass, that's where I met 3Z, and that's where I met Mikey Brown, and Mikey Cloud. Mikey Cloud, so LFDC started in the first studio that I ever worked in. You know what I mean? So it really is like my day ones around me, for sure.
Nice. Did you ever, or when you were writing all this, was it always like rap? Did you ever have maybe like hip hop or other genres that you did?
Question,
So for a long time it was just rap, because I was just like, that's what I was doing. And then around from 2016 to 2017, I had dropped a project. It was called Starstruck, and then it was like the first body of work I ever put out. And it was so, like I said, I was very like socially awkward still at the time. And when I put that out into the internet, I wasn't expecting the internet, like the hate backlash of when you put art out. You know what I mean? I just didn't know that. And when it happened to me, I didn't know how to handle it. So then I kind of
being shy, being somebody.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I put out singles, here and there, and people will talk shit, whatever. But like, this was a body of work. I was very passionate. I felt very vulnerable about it. I was feeling like I was just like exposing myself. And then just like the backlash I got from the haters, it wasn't even too much, you know what I mean? But it was just like people judging like your vulnerability.
It hit you,
so hard to handle. So I retreated, and when I retreated from the internet, that's when I was like, I'm gonna like deep dive into music, and I'm just not gonna care what I make, and I'm gonna like really like learn how to do this as a craft. And when I started doing that, I was actually making music that wasn't hip hop. I was like making like trippy like music, I was singing more. I actually like trained my brain. I was like, don't rap. Like approach the song and do not rap. And that was my challenge to myself. And I made really cool music. And I had
what happened to that music? Where's it at?
It's like secret, you know what I mean? I can show you guys like a song here or two, but I think one day I want to release that music.
Yeah, I think you should.
You know what I mean? Like to bring it out, because it's weird, because I feel like it is actually kind of like timeless music. Like it's not really like trendy or anything. It's kind of just like feelings music, you know what I mean? I feel like one day I'll put it out.
And I don't want to interrupt you, but you say it might be weird, but look at Kanye, look at Travis, look at like, to them they was weird. Yeah, to us it was new, but look at them now. Like, you never know. Like, so
I feel in my heart I want to put it out, and I feel that's why it's gonna come out one day, and then you guys will see like what I was doing back then.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean, but also like people grow, right? And it just kind of shows that you want to kind of test the waters in something else. Like even now, like years later, now you made a what is it called? Sinti, you know?
So I really was determined to put out Sinti, because I know I can make music outside of hip hop, but I don't think a lot of people knew that. And when I put that song out, it was received well, but I did notice people that were like, stick to hip hop. Like, boy, you're a rapper. You know what I mean? And I was just like, yes, like I did what I want. I challenged you guys, you know what I mean? To listen to like other things that I can make, because I can make all kinds of genres. I just made a country song. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna come out soon, which I'm rapping on, but at the same time, it's a country song.
Yeah, it's a country song.
That wasn't the one I heard, right?
I don't know. Maybe that was here when it might be the good you were hearing. I think it was that one.
Chuy.
Fire. You know, it's fire.
You got to be in it for that?
I have a very eclectic taste in music, and I feel like I would like to make music the same way, like I listen to different genres, so I feel like capable of making different genres.
I think that's what kind of you could tell that's what a true artist is, right? It's somebody that says that they love making music, and then when you hear somebody say that, and then you show that you're not just making rap music, but you're going into corridos, you're going into country. That's what shows that it's a passion for actual music, you know. And it's rare when you see that, and when you see like a big artist, you know, go from rap to like country or something like that, then people start hating. But the next thing you know, they fucking, you know, they're in love and shit. You know,
all they're doing is collecting the stones of every genre, and you can't hate. They just want them, you know.
Yeah, I reached a point when I was doing the experimental music where I was like missing rap. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? I want to start making just like collections of genres. Like here's here's a collection of hip hop. And here's a collection of pop, and here's a collection of this real trippy shit. You know what I mean? Like it was just like this idea I have. I feel like eventually I will reach. You know, like to just put out genres. You know what I'm saying?
And I gave you your flowers, and someone that really gave you your flowers was 3 when he first came in here. He was so excited, and you were, bro. You were excited. You even gave us a clip of Cinti. He told us not to say anything, but honestly, your team rocks with you pretty heavy.
Bro,
the way he put it out and the way we heard it. It was pretty fire. So
it's always awesome when you have friends that cheer for you, man. That actually want the best for you, and they want to see you succeed. You know? Especially when you have somebody like our boy, you know, 3 that is also in the music industry, but still has your back on it. You know, there's no competition. There's no there's no well, how do you say that word?
Animosity,
right? You know,
it's
like
so crazy because like there's a lot of people in this industry I've learned that's like, I do it on my own, I don't need nobody. And I mean, from my experience, I would not be here if it were not for my team, if it were not for 3. Like if he was not standing here, I would be like 10 levels behind. You know what I'm saying? For real,
little something for 3
you
right
need a team.
Damn, dude, 3, I'll give you a kiss right now, but I'm in the middle of a pod.
Right quick.
Shout to 3.
Shout out to 3.
And your security guard
and
too.
Security.
And shout out to 4.
And he's your videographer too.
Yeah, now
Look
I put a camera in his hand. Now he's videographer. We're vlogging now.
Where can we find your vlog?
On my YouTube channel. I'm going to be uploading everything there. I really want to start moving into YouTube as like a primary platform. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're almost at 50K, right?
Yeah. No, I'm at 77.
Oh shit, damn.
Subscribers,
That was the last time we checked.
Yeah, I did.
I really want to get to 100 like as quick as possible. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think that's great. I think it's awesome too. Like especially for the fans that love your music and love what you do, to see what it takes. You know, follow your day-to-day stuff. I think it's very interesting, and I'm sure a lot of people would really like to watch those. You have 2 out. When is the 3rd one coming out? Because I know you're
working on it. Like I'm currently recording it now. The minimum shout out to vlog number 3. Vlog number 3 over there. The minimum I said like to realistically start is at least once a month. At least if I can like bump that up to like 2 a month.
Once a week, girl.
Once a month.
Once a day.
Well, dude, Casey Neistat did that.
Dude,
you know? Yeah, that's crazy.
I love, dude. I've been really getting into the whole streaming, and that's something that we're working on to do as well. Yeah. But I think it's also cool to have like, hey guys, anybody out there, man, if you're a good videographer, editor, man, hit up our girl Krystall Poppin.
Yeah, because I edit all day when I'm editing this vlog, dude. I was up to 3 a.m. like
people don't know what it takes for one of these videos.
So
to
if you think what it's got to join the team, you got the hustle and the muscle, shoot her a DM.
Yeah, send her.
Hey.
Big O. I was waiting for you to raise your hand, Big O, dude. Jesus,
it's so crazy.
I gotta plug
it. Do it.
Shout out. We call him Theo here, but he's a professional photographer. If you guys need anything professionally, sports, food, anything social media, hit a Big O photos.
Yeah. So really quick, I wanted to kind of come back a little bit once you started kind of, you know, putting out your first album and stuff, and even your new album now. Like you said, it is very emotional. You do talk about your past. You know, you talk a lot about your dad, and knowing that your dad, you know, had passed away at 5 years old. How was that an impact for you? How do you use that like in your music?
It's like I feel like it is the catalyst to everything I am today, and it's really crazy because it is like it's the reason like that I had that like downfall early on in my life, like in my childhood, and it's the reason that I was searching for something, like something was calling me, and I'm just like I I meant to do something. I don't know what it was. You know what I mean? That's the reason, like, I was trying to numb the pain by popping pills all the time and stuff like that. And then it's the thing that brought me back. It's the thing that showed me music. It's the thing that, you know what I mean? Like, it really is the catalyst to everything I am. It's my determination and it's my dedication. You know what I'm saying?
No, and I agree. And you could hear it all in your new album, which I want to get into. I mean, you know, you spoke about your dad and you spoke about your hard times growing up, you know, popping pills, even selling drugs at a point, you know. Tell us a little bit those times. Like, what was KP going through and stuff?
So, I mean, there was a time. So I had a very hard, like, just, I think of high school and it's just like, ugh, like, it was so hard for me. I just, like, it was just such a tough time for me. And senior year, I think that's when I was like, you know what, I want to start making friends and I want to start, you know, like becoming part of some group. So I was like starting to get into this, like partying more. You know what I mean? I had a whip. It was like a little crazy.
Oh, you're a senior and you got a whip.
You know, I had a whip. It was exactly. You know what I'm saying? It was a little neon. It would break down once a month at least. You know what I'm saying?
A neon dog?
Yeah,
Dude, everybody has a friend that had that one neon dog.
Dude, the door was all broken all the time. Dude, I never changed the oil. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. You know what I mean? But then just like being around the people I was around, I was like, you know what? I want to start making money because I worked at a grocery store when I was 14. And then ever since then, I was like, I having my own money. So then I was like having like jobs here and there and like doing things for like to make some money. And then when I like met people who was like slanging, I was like, let me get into this with you. And so senior year, I was like, you know, slanging shit to people. I was going to the raves. That's what I'm saying. I was an emo girl.
I actually
you see a smile, dude? I turned around and she was like,
I yelled. What I yelled at your thing? I was like, "Oh, trap star!"
Yeah. Dude, but no, it was sad. It was sad. Like I would go to the raves alone because I didn't really have friends like that. Like the friends, quote unquote, that I have, it was like people who were using me for rides, using me to like get pills and shit or whatever. But I would take it because I was like, I want some friends.
You were looking for friends.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I was looking for friends. I was very loner.
Damn, friend, you went to raves by yourself?
Yeah, alone, dude. I would pull up my neon. You know what I mean?
What color was the neon again?
Hey.
Huh?
What color was your neon?
A green.
A green, dude. Everybody
and it had Chihuahua plates. It did. Oh my God.
She's a true Paslin dog.
Dude, one time it got impounded and it was a bitch to get it out because I didn't have no papers on it. I don't know how I got it out, bro. I don't know how because, it was not legit.
No oil change.
No oil change. And
not
it
the
had
right plates.
So whoever had it before me did this this shit to the tires to where they're in. You know what I'm talking about?
Cameron.
It had those, dude.
Damn.
And it was so fucked up that I had to get my tires were popping all the time, dude. I don't know how many tires.
Is that how you got your name? Krystall Poppin?
That's where the name comes from.
That's crazy. But I mean, you were going through it, but it seems like you were actually trying. You were trying to
I was searching.
Find your way.
I was searching for sure. You know what I mean? I didn't know what it was or what, but there was. It's crazy because of those low times, I started writing. And I'm here today because of that.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like going through that kind of gave you that motivation and things to write.
Things to write about.
Like what would you have been writing if you had straight A's and your friends were cool?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if everything was all cool.
Yeah, dude.
No,
that's whack, dude. Guys, kids. Drop out. No, I'm just kidding. No.
And I didn't drop out. I graduated. And that was actually a goal of mine no matter what. Like at the end of the day, no matter what bullshit I was doing or going through at home, in the peer space or whatever, I was determined to graduate.
Where'd you graduate from?
From Austin High School.
Oh! There you go.
West Side Schools over here, dude. Little Franklin.
No. Cougar.
Bego, were they even schools back there for you, dude? Lo mandan al rancho,
I had a big question because I'm a big fan of hip hop and wrestling. So I saw you doing your thing in the whole hip hop and rap world.
Yes.
I turned on my TV one time.
Yeah.
And I see.
I remember him calling me on this.
Yeah, and I was like, "There's no." Put the beep. There's no. That and El Paso opened up. Not only did you open up and you did live, but you did a music video and an official theme song for Tasha Blanchard.
Yes,
How did
I
that
did.
go about?
Yeah. So
For those that don't know, TNA Impact is a wrestling company.
You know what I'm saying?
That's signed to the WWE.
He called me and it was kind of late. I'm an old guy, so I sleep early. This guy was like, bro, fucking turn your fucking TV on now. Guess who's on?
No way. That's tight. That's tight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what happened was my manager, Smooth Vegas, shout out to Smooth, he works with TNA and you know, with Tessa, and he's done some work for them as well. And he came up with this idea, and he presented Tessa. He was like, hey, you know what? I'm working with a female rapper. I think it'd be really cool if we made a theme song for you. You know what I mean? And Tessa had been gone out of the limelight for a little while, and she was making a comeback. And he was like, this would kind of really align with you. He threw her the idea, and she was like, I'm down. She looked me up. She's like, I love it. Like, let's do it. So then I just like asked both of them like a little bit about like, so like what kind of vibe are you looking for? And I was like, tell me a little bit about yourself, Tess. And she gave me like, she's like, oh, they call me the Diamante. And she was like, you know what I mean? I'm the first female heavyweight. And she was just telling me all these facts about her and writing them down. Like, all right, cool. Like, let me work on this. You know what I'm saying? And dude, I go into my room and I'm just like, I have this list and I'm just like, where do I even start? You know what I mean? Like, and then that the word diamante was standing out to me, and I was like, and I just heard it in my head.
Yeah.
And then I heard the first word and I was like, diamante. I was like, oh, I picture it. Like if that word came out first and then like people, the crowd, like I just pictured it, you know what I mean? And then that first word, once I have the first word of a verse, like the rest just falls out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
That's really how it is.
I mean, to explain it like that, because I mean, I've always wondered, you know, and when we even talked to our boy 3, I've always wondered, especially when it comes to like musicians or artists, you know, like how does their brain work when they're creating either a beat or even like lyrics?
Yeah.
And then I've always said like, dude, there's it's like you have to, it's like God given, you know, it's just something
For
clicks
sure.
and then it's in your head and then it's there, you know, like I could try and do it and there's no fucking way I could ever make any lyrics for any rap song.
Dude, it takes a lot. Even to this day, as many songs and verses as I've written, sometimes I'll sit in front of the computer and I don't even know where to start. You know what I mean? Like to this day.
Speaking of, what is your process? Like, do you have a process before you create a song or something? Do you have to like kind of focus? Do you take a couple of edibles, a couple of shots of Hennessy, 3 bags of hot Cheetos? What does it take?
First, lyrics first.
I usually, so these days I can write without a beat, and sometimes when I write without a beat, it's me getting off like concepts, like a line, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I will mold this later when I have a beat. And then I have a list of things that I'm just like, things I want to say in a song. So that's how that works. Usually I like to have a beat because then I know where we're going. But I just try to be like in a mind space, you know? If it's like, okay, I've been running around all day and I need to write a verse, I'm going to like take a little drive, grab a little Sonic drink, and then come back and just like focus, like with the intention, like I'm going to write, you know what I mean? Like I like to write like that. And then I like my space, you know what I mean? Right. Like in my room, I have my plants.
Be
and my
by yourself?
And,
do you like to be
I prefer to be alone.
Yeah.
But like with that being said, I can write in any situation for sure. Shit. Like I've been in crazy. Dude, I have been like getting off stage and then party and drinking and smoking, and then someone's like, I want to pay you for a feature. Let's go to the studio right now. So I'm drunk and high in the studio. Like I need to write a badass 16 and spit it right now.
You see, that's what I mean when it comes natural. Like it's just something that you're like just genetically built for. Do these, whenever you do this, does it take like in all one day, like you finish a thing, or is it different for each song?
It's different each song, yeah. Sometimes it all comes out, which is like the lucky days, you know what I mean? But sometimes it's like I'll gas out and I'm just like I'm fighting it, and then I'm like, I need to step away, maybe for a little while, maybe for a day, and come back to it. But I always trust myself to complete something, because there was a long time where I didn't trust myself to complete stuff, and then songs never got done.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
See, that's where I've always thought about, like, you know, musicians and artists, is like I overthink a lot all the time, right? Especially when I'm editing and stuff like that. Like, you know, I have to stop myself and go back, because then I'll stay stuck in something for so long. Yeah. Now, especially now that you're making music or sound, I would have probably never even finished something, because I'm like, okay, that sounds good, and then does it sound good
Right.
or does it not sound good?
Yeah. So a lot of I study a lot too. YouTube videos and people taking advice.
YouTube University.
YouTube University.
You're
straight
a fellow
up, I always say
classmate
that.
of ours. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
exactly, exactly.
Yep.
So something I learned is just like a couple things. Is like first thing is don't cut down your intuition. So if you have a first idea. Before I learned that, I'd have a little idea and then I'd try to write and I'd be like, no, that's not it. And I'd try to start a brand new thing. When in fact, like if you run with that first intuition, a lot of the times that's what it is.
It's the best one.
You know what I mean?
Right.
For sure. So I'm starting to trust my first instinct.
Right.
You know, that's a big thing. Like trust your first instinct for sure. Another thing that you have to do is you have to also feel like you're going to make more. Like don't be so married to this one song, this one verse, this one idea, this one moment, because you need to accept the fact that there's going to be more.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're scared like, no, this has to be the masterpiece and
editing.
It has to be perfect.
It has to be everything, but not
Like my editing, dude.
No, with our editing.
you gotta let it go.
Stuck,
You just gotta let it go.
Man. Like,
even the vlogs, like I'm editing and I'll start getting into that hole where it's like
ask.
it's not ready, and then I just like I need to let it go.
Yeah.
I need to get to vlog 20
Yeah.
and then 30 and then you know what I mean. This is vlog 2. You know what I mean? Like, you
in
just
a
gotta
lot of
let it
ways,
go.
and I respect and I still hold this, and I think about it a lot. And you know what Three said in his episode, or you guys should go back and listen to it. He said, you guys really have to let your dreams live, right? You guys have to just throw it out there, right? Like, why hold on to it and be picky about it? Like, do your best for it and just let it go, release it, and it will live and create something bigger than you imagine. But look, this is what we're gonna do. We're already 30 minutes into this first half. It's gone really quick. I love it.
Fire.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break.
And before that, when you guys come back, you're gonna find out about National Krystall Poppin Day, how she worked at Mango Fest, and a bunch of cool other stuff.
Yeah. So we'll take a quick break. We're gonna check our cameras and stuff like that. Like Chuy said, we're gonna go into that. You've also been in a movie called Lost Souls that I want to get into it.
You work with Dario?
Dario,
Yeah,
you know.
I did. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I did.
All coming back.
I do want to get more into your newest album, which I thought by far the best music you've done so far.
Thank you.
And then we'll talk about what the future holds for you. We do have some trending topics, some cool questions to ask you. But before we do go on break, can you go and look into this camera and let everybody know where they could follow you and find all your stuff?
Make sure everyone follows me at Krystall Poppin, Krystall with a K, 2 L's Poppin, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube because I'm moving that way. You know, Instagram definitely, but you know what I'm saying, like follow me on YouTube.
Yeah. Without that being said,
You're not at 44. You're at what?
77.
77, guys. I fucked up, but make sure to make it to 100. Let's get it.
Spotify
All right,
as well.
guys.
Spotify.
all that being said, make sure you guys are following, subscribing, and liking, and we'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, guys. Episode number 58, I believe, Chuy. 58 or 59 or something, but it's a good episode, guys. Shout out again to our girl, Krystall Poppin. Showing up, man. Thank you, Chris. We're hoping that you're enjoying yourself here today. Guys, don't forget to follow, to share, to like. Follow your dreams, guys. Please follow your dreams. But speaking of dreams, speaking of great things, I want to really get into your newest album, Morningside Heights.
Yes.
Right? Which was it's a great album. We were lucky enough to get an invitation to your album release party, which was at this. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that. Why that spot? And then we'll get into the Morningside Heights.
Yeah, so I mean, shout out to Morningside Heights, which is located in Central Paso. Shout out. It was dope. Thank you guys for being there. You guys really were like made a piece of it. You know what I mean? Like
I was telling Chuy, we saw some of like the clips that you put up, and we saw ourselves on those videos, and I was telling Chuy, like, Chuy, we're gonna be famous now. Holy shit, dude!
Fit fam
and then
famous.
Chuy's all like, bro, I should have taken off my shirt. And I was like, all this shit. He's like getting crazy.
Signature.
It's cool. I mean, the album, it was a long time coming. I started writing it, I want to say September last year, something like that.
Wow.
September, October, or something like that. And
that was quick then.
Yeah, that's when I was like planning it and like getting it all together with me and my manager, and like developing the theme and what I wanted to talk about and stuff. And then when the winter came, I really like just went into hibernation, and I was just me in my room every single day, like locking in, making sure that I was like, you know, giving the album what it deserved. I feel like I hadn't dropped an album in a while, since before that it was like 2019.
Yeah, it had been. Yeah, it had been a while. What made you choose the songs or the style of this new album? Because I mean, it's a good album. From the intro to the collaborations that you had. Cinti is on there as well.
Yeah.
What made all that, or what made you choose that specific?
I really wanted to talk about where I was in my life right now. And I wanted to tell stories about my life that no one knew about. So I feel like it's like a merge of those two. Also in the middle, just to give like that like sigh of relief, is like those turn up songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like I wanted it to be well rounded. I didn't want it to lean one way too much.
And you're saying it perfectly, because like I said, I think one of my favorite ones is to start off with that intro 915 song.
Yeah, bro.
Is
That
fucking
shit is
fire.
banger.
That shit's a
That
banger.
song, dude, performing that song is so dope.
And then the way to start off an album with that, it's great. And then you think like, well, there can be another great song to start off an album, but then you get like, you know, Cinti, you get Smoke, you get Biggie, you
Not
know,
even that,
Man's World is one of my favorites,
Dude,
you know.
Not
Man's
even that,
World.
friend. You got Paul Wall, you got Project Pat, Frankie J,
Miracle J.
Be Real.
Be Real.
Like, it just keeps going on and on and on. And honestly, can you tell me more about that song, Rain?
Rain. Okay, so
You performed it?
So yeah. So first things first, Miracle J is, I think she's just turned 19 or something like that. A really young singer.
How did that collaboration happen?
So my manager has been mentoring her and helping her with her music out there in Dallas. And so when me and him were talking about the album, I told him I wanted to write a song about like something really personal, and I wanted to say something I'd never said before, you know, about that shit I went through. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go listen to the song.
No, yeah, definitely.
You know, I wanted to touch on that because I hadn't touched on it before, and it's a big part of my story, you know. So I went into that, and I told him I want to do this, and I think I just need to focus on the verses, and I need someone to sing the hook.
She did so well.
Dude,
You know
That
what you
was-
gave me
yeah.
vibes of? And this is like,
I already know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
maybe I got Eminem vibes of Stan.
Yeah.
No way.
I got so that was crazy because
Yeah?
when I was writing it, it kind of gave me that vibe of
Chills.
like Eminem vibes. You know, when he has like the singer, I think it was Skylar Grey or something like that. You know, those vibes, which was great because he's storytelling and getting real personal,
Right.
emotional on that song. But then as well, like the singer Miracle J, she gives me like baby Erykah Badu vibes. You know what I mean?
can see that.
Yeah, like
That's-
at the same time.
yeah.
So
She's talented.
she's talented, dude. Like I feel like she's
She's got to get on our show, dog.
she's so good, but she's so young, so she has so much to learn and grow within her artistry, within herself. And I just want her, because she's a flower ready to bloom, you know,
Yeah.
like ready. So I want her to take her time. Don't let this industry take anything from you, girl. Like you got everything you need, so don't, because this industry takes. And it
Yeah,
takes,
I mean, I don't want to get into that whole situation with the industry, just because like a lot of people don't understand how it is. I mean, you hear stories of like how people don't trust the industry and stuff like that. But before we do get into that, you had some awesome collaborations in this
Yes.
album, right? Like,
I have.
Okay.
go for it, Chuy,
I
yeah,
have
go
a
for it.
major
Start.
one that
Where
I've
do we
been. We brought it up earlier. Now that you're working with them, Cypress Hill, Be Real. How did that happen, friend? Like, be real. Like, can we
Bro,
give
I
a
don't
round of
even
applause for that, bro? Like,
Like,
no,
for
man.
real.
Like, I see you with Burner next.
Bro,
Yes.
oh yeah, that's gonna happen next for sure. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's coming. Burner, I'm looking to you. I'm looking to you, bro. So look,
Cheers.
so I've always been a really big fan of Cypress Hill. Like I said, my aunt would listen to them, and I've been a fan forever. And I had the privilege of meeting him in LA when I lived out there in 2020. And, you know, tapped in with him. I was on his podcast. It was real brief, but we followed each other, and it was just like keeping an eye on each other and making sure we stayed in contact a little bit like that. But when I was planning this album, I just knew in my heart, I was like, I think it's time for me to reach out to him and ask him for this, really big favor. And he might tell me no, and I was like already preparing myself. Like he might tell you no, and that like that's gonna be okay.
Yeah, that's something that you have to expect in that industry, right?
Yeah, for sure. So I really, honestly, bro, I just reached out to him and I was like, "What's up, B? Like I'm working on this album. I got this really dope song. I had already recorded my demo verse on that, and I was like, I'll send it to you. And if you like it, like let me know. Let me know. Exactly. That was the vibe. And right away, bro, he was just like, send it to me. Here's my email. Here's my email. And I was like,
And my fellow pastor, what's that feeling like?
bro,
I'm a Chuco girl.
every step of the way, like not only him agreeing and then me sending to him and then him sending me the verse and a hook and then just like every step of the way I cried. Every step of the way.
It's a dream coming true. You're living that dream.
I cried because I am such a big fan of Be Real. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
It's just like, it's surreal.
Yeah.
I still can't believe it. Sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night like, damn, like I got a song with Be Real.
You got to listen to it to make sure it's real.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. What about that whole connection and collaboration with Paul Wall? Because I grew up a lot with Paul Wall as well.
Dude,
How was that?
He's so, I love Paul Wall, bro, just like as a person as well, because in like around 2019, that's when I started running around Houston, like doing my work around there. And Paul Wall is a part of the community in Houston. So like he'll be at this big event here, or he'll do a pop-up here, and like he's just ingrained in Houston culture.
Yeah, you cannot mention Paul Wall when you talk about Houston.
Exactly, exactly. So he's a part of the culture and the community out there. So I ran into him a lot, and I was blessed enough to run around with a fellow rapper and favorite rapper of mine, GT Garza, and he's known Paul forever. Right. So he introduced us, and
he
introduced us. And after he introduced us, every time I saw him after that, whether it was just in a little run-in or if I was opening for him for a show, he would give me the biggest hug in the world. Like he just like, Krystall, like the biggest hug.
How is that? How is that? I mean, you guys have performed together and stuff. How is that experience when you're up there next to somebody that you grew up listening to and now you're there?
It's wild. It was like before we started recording, we were talking about like there's things that are happening in my life that feel normal to me, but they're not normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I have to remind myself.
Humble
myself and just be like, I'm standing on stage right now and I'm watching Paul Wall because I just opened for him. And he just gave me a big hug, and now he's pouring, now he's rapping his songs that I've grown up to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I have to force myself to remember, like, this is not normal. Appreciate this.
Yeah,
moment.
well, I mean, you put yourself in a situation where you're locked in and you're concentrating on growing as an artist, that you forget about your dream and why you're doing it. Yeah. And I think that's a good thing, and I think everybody should do it. Me and Chuy do it every now and then, and we're gonna do it after this show too. Having a talk that like we recorded with Krystall Poppin. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that shit, huh?
But it's a beautiful thing that seeing you, and you're a female, because I grew up with 3 sisters, my dad obviously, but my mom and my grandma, so that's like 5 to 1.
A lot of ladies.
Yeah, a lot of ladies, a lot of respect. And to see a female, like, I be bumping like Lorilla and shit. And,
yeah.
And my homies are like, no mames. And I'm like, what do you mean? Sit down and watch
It's
this.
hard.
And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, bro. And they're like, how did you give that a chance? I'm like, because I grew up with females. And if I want them to be on top, even better than me, because I'm the oldest, you gotta let females run. And you as a female running that industry, girl, keep doing your thing. Keep putting. We call it a 915.
She's gonna ask for a phone number after this.
We call it a 915 thing, and every light bulb on the star.
Dude, it's because you know what?
You gotta grow.
A crazy thing that people forgot about hip hop is hip hop comes from pain.
Facts.
And women got a lot of pain. You know what I mean?
More than anyone, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they hold
birth
the family.
pain.
So we got a lot to
Flipping
say.
the tortilla pain.
But I had a major question. Project Pat.
Yeah.
You have a song called White Cup.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So again, my manager Smooth Vega, he really is just kind of like the quarterback of the album. You know what I'm saying? Like making sure that all the connections were connecting and like, you know, all the dots and everything like that. He had a connection with Project Pat. He had a connection with Miracle J and a couple people that were, you know, the producers that put everything together and stuff. And me lining up with Smooth, actually, I met him years ago before he even started managing me.
No way.
Yeah, for sure. And then once the time came and it felt right, we started really locking in. And once we locked in, he was just like, I want to really, really manage you. You have potential. Right. You know, I think you can take it to the next level. So let's lock in. We locked in for 2 years, and then that's when we started talking about the album. So he has really, you know, a lot. Like he's done a lot for my career.
He's
done a lot for my career. Good. So he connected that Project Pat.
If I was to ask you, what would be your favorite song?
Good question.
On this album?
So my selfish answer is going to be Morningside Heights, the outro. Okay. So the reason it's selfish is because I don't care if anyone else in the world likes it. I wrote it from a place where it was very deep. It was very personal. It was something I've always wanted to say. I got Chris Bettis on there, which is Selena's, you know, husband.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
She was alive.
That's crazy.
Dude, what? I grew up watching the movie, like adoring their love and stuff, and just like watching them and appreciating Chris and you know what I mean? Just like what? Like that. What?
She's living your dream. Yeah.
That is not normal.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
mean?
Not. So that song, selfishly, I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I love that song myself. So that I'm going to say that one. But different from those two, I'm going to say the Champions with Paul Wall and Smoke would Be Real. Also because they have that connection with me in my life and my past. Like Paul Wall's, it's funny because I'm just like, he's like one of my top favorite rappers and Be Real as well. So to have a song with the people
when I saw the collaboration with Paul Wall, I remember telling Chuy, I was like, bro, there's no way we're gonna be able to get her on the fucking show.
Yes,
like when the collaborations, the situations where she's
not even that. And going back to it, I wanted to bring it up. I have my shirt somewhere around here. It's the Mango del Sol.
Oh yeah,
girl! I saw you up there and doing your. Not even that. I saw you at Michelada Fest. Like, you did some shit, and then like, oh my god, you shined it. But when Paul Wall came in, I said it. I told the group I was with, and they no quote, no homo. I was like, dude, he's shiny.
Yeah.
Wait, that
shiny.
What does that mean?
He's the Iceman.
I gotta get my shit together. Is what I'm saying,
he's the
bro.
Iceman, bro. He's the Iceman.
If you guys know what
he was smiling, that's why,
bro. And honestly, to see you up there at Mango del Sol and rocking the stage, not even with that, I want to mention the people that were up there. It was Mexican OT, Paul Wall, OGZ, 3 a.m., Baby Bash, Playing Skills, Chingo Bling.
And I know they're all watching right now, so shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys for sure.
Ran it up there, bro.
Dude.
I want to ask, how was the planning to Mango? How did that happen? Like,
dude, it's cool because me and 3 always lock in when we're talking about a show, especially when it's a big show. We really sit down because I never want to be like, we're just going to do the same thing over and over and over again. Whether it's the same set list or not, I want to approach every show like differently and like address the crowd, you know, and kind of connect with them in a different way. So that's the first thing. Like we have rehearsals, we talk about the set list, and we make sure that we're locked in. That way, if anything happens, dude, I can throw anything at 3. And he will lock in and nail it. I could tell him I could tell him to play a song from 6 years ago, and he will pull it up and we will perform it. Like we're like one mind on stage, and it's so dope.
I've seen it, dude. I've seen him just take some Hennessy shot and then bam, get focused.
Throw my heart right there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure, dude.
I hate performing without him because sometimes I have to. Sometimes it's special occasions where I can't have a DJ or whatever. Like I hate, or he's busy, and I hate performing without him.
No, just kidding. He's at a wedding. You're busy, fool.
A celebrity wedding, dude. Something. Fucking quince, pinche vato, pinche culo, right?
Not to say playing. I say you're fucking partying your nieces. No.
You know, like family events or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's at a charity.
You know, and I just like, and I have to go up there without him, and I'm like, oh, I hate it. I hate performing without you, bro. because on stage, like, we have this dynamic, and people mention it too because it's like we're locked in. You know what I mean?
And I think like in a situation like that, especially somebody like yourself that's going to something like that nobody does go through, you need to have that sort of friend. You need to have that support, somebody that knows the vision as well and knows that there's sacrifices to all this.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, in your opinion, what type of sacrifices do you think you've made this whole time that you're in this industry?
Where do I start, man? Like,
Here,
I don't even know where to
notebook?
start. Look, start writing this shit down. I don't know what to tell you. I've given up. I've like, you know, when people say they've starved for this, and it's kind of like a
starving
saying.
artist. Yeah.
No, bro. Like, I have literally starved. Like, not gone without food for this. Like, I lived in an RV with 3, and we had to eat cans of beans, and like, that's really all we could eat.
Damn.
We couldn't even warm up a ramen because we didn't have electricity to warm up the water. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Like, we have starved for this. I've gone,
Holy
dude,
shit.
I've gone a week,
Damn.
and I'm going to say
I
this.
feel like
I don't care.
I need to
I'm gonna
give you.
say this.
We got food
Yeah.
in
I'm
the
gonna say
fridge
this.
if you guys want to take some after this.
I have gone, I don't know how long. I think the longest, I'm not going to give specifics.
Do it, girl. Tell him.
Without showering because there was no water. There was nowhere to shower, and I had to stay in the studio, and we were stinky in the studio, and it didn't matter because we knew what we were doing.
You
We
guys
knew
were
we were there
working.
for a
Holy
reason. You know?
fuck. Holy fuck.
It's been like that.
Holy fuck.
I've gone on stage. I've been on, so when I was on tour with GT Garza, that's when we were living in the RV. And a lot of the times we were in situations where we couldn't find a shower, and I had to go on stage without showering. And I had to make it seem like everything was good and I wasn't hungry, and it's okay because I'm going to sell some merch. I'm going to sell some lighters and some stickers, and we're going to buy some food right now. You know what I mean?
Damn. Holy fuck. I like you saying that just kind of throws everything into another perspective, because a lot of people think that, you know, if you're talented, it's going to be fairly easy to create something out of that when you're talented. But there's people like yourself that you're still talented, but you still living the real life to a point where like you do have to fucking give your time, right? It's time that you have to give. It's like, do I give time to go and work a 9 to 5, or do I do this and work on my craft all this time? And but because you're doing that, you're missing out on making money to buy food, making money to buy, you know, or pay bills. And I understand that. I went through that shit too, which is fucking crazy.
Así se puede, güey.
Yeah.
Damn.
Puede.
Damn,
There's always
KP.
a way. Carnal,
KP. Ah, damn. You're a fucking real one, girl. Holy shit.
Dude, if you burn all your bridges to safety, you will find another way. And that's what we did.
Fuck, I'm getting that tattooed on my back right now. Hey, Wise Guys tattoos, guys, hit me up.
Yep. You know, like, and I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer in that for sure. I've done a lot. I've done a lot for this, and that's why, like, I really truly feel like no one can take this away from me, because I have, like,
you know what you got.
To the very, very least, I know I've earned this.
Your music's gonna hit different now.
Yeah.
And if you're not watching this and you don't go home, think about like
that is
what the fuck it's like to be a Chicano, and especially an artist female. You're fucking dumb, and listen to this podcast.
Honestly, I'm feeling very emotional just thinking about, you know, that those times just for you, you know, you and even 3, like you said, you know, guys going through what you guys are going through, and knowing where you guys are at now. Like, you know, like most people would not even understand. All people care about and think about is wanting to hear that new song that comes up, but they don't know what it took to create that. There's
a line in Raw Gold Honey. What song was it? It must have been, I think it's on the song called Proof. And I say something like, now I got running water, and now I'm fresh and clean. I say that. And it sounds like a really fun, cool song. Just turn up and have a shot to it. But I'm talking some real shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying like 5% tint on my windows now, because back then they broke in and they stole all my shit. You know what I mean? That happened to me. Like, I remember that they stole my laptop, my makeup, like everything, you know? And if you're a girl, you know, when someone steals your makeup or you lose your makeup bag, it takes a long time to bounce back from that shit. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like, we've done a lot.
And it's a rap. Last time I saw you, I walked in and I told you I heard this snippet from this one song that's 145 with a female. Remember?
Out of my way with Carla.
And you go in that verse and you say, "Quítate, get the fuck out of my way."
Out of my way.
Next time I hear that, I'm gonna scream that shit with your passion and
man.
That's respect.
Yeah, for
I know
sure.
where you come from. Yeah.
For sure. There's a place I feel like the music now. It just I understanding my past helps me write for the future, because I am never gonna allow anyone to take anything from me, just like they did when I dropped my first album, Starstruck. I let them take that from me. I let them take that moment from me, and I will never relive that again. And I'm gonna always
and you
going.
talk about this on your album as well, you know. And that's what I love about this new album, and that's why I say this is probably the best so far that you've created and done and released. You know, me and Chuy jammed out for it for days. You know, before and then after.
I even had the Spotify. Hopefully your directors got that, because I put it up there. But
that's dope.
You guys brought sacrificing and hustle and everything. There's a little thing, something they told us to ask you. What is this Bun B Academy? How did that happen with Bun B?
Bun B. Okay, so I was living in Houston at the time with GT Garza, actually, with the team, and we were, you know, running around and stuff. And then these people contacted me, and they were like, "Hey, we're working with the Texas Longhorns, ESPN as well, and we heard about you."
That's right. You
Yeah.
did the ESPN
I was like,
Longhorns.
"Me?"
ESPN, I know you're watching. Hit us
ESPN,
up
you heard
already,
about
dog.
me?
Damn.
Hook 'em horns, dog.
Jesus.
Okay, I was like, there's no way. And they were like, yeah, so we want to put together a studio session. We want you to make the theme song for the Texas Longhorns.
What? You would have been.
Yeah. I was like, no way. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So then we start, you know, communicating and getting it all together. And then they mentioned, oh yeah, you're gonna be making a song in the studio with Bun B.
Yes.
I was like, no way, bro. That's crazy. Like UGK, you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
Oh, but I mean, how do you act with that? Like, do you have to be like, hey, that's cool, man. Tell myself what's up.
I had to pretend I wasn't fangirling really hard. You know, I really had to pretend I wasn't like ready to just like pass out. And being in the studio, like he was writing on a notepad whenever we started writing the song, and I was like on a notepad, and I'm just looking at it, I was like, how am I even gonna start this verse? Like it was very like, it was a lot of pressure. But then 3 and Bun B were just kind of like mentioning, they were just like, hey, like you do this all the time. Like it's the same thing of when you're in your room, when you do this alone, like this is what you do, and you're just doing it here. And I'm just like that's when all the verse came out, you know what I mean?
Damn, it's letting you know that, hey, we're in the same page here, you know?
Like, it was like, you know, like
damn.
Hey, you know what the crazy part is? I was getting ready that morning to go to work, and I don't know who the hell the Longhorns were playing that morning, and I saw your clip literally with Bun B, and I saw they edited it with the Longhorns.
And then he called me again. He's like, turn your fucking TV on, bro.
But no, and real talk, that's awesome. That's
bro, it was a really surreal moment. I don't know how it really, really went down. God was just looking out for me, you know what I mean? And now we got a song together. It's crazy.
Hell yeah, and I give you your flowers on that because that's beautiful. Because now you're on TNA.
Yeah.
Now you're on ESPN.
Yeah.
What do you see next for Krystall?
I would love to act more. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to get into acting way more for sure. I for sure still want to be a musician forever, you know? But I want to start venturing into acting more. I acted in one movie called Lost Souls.
Yeah!
Yes!
Yes. I was going to say, can you tell everybody when they came out, how it happened?
Dude, that must have been 20 was it 23? 24?
We were in LA, so it was 20. When it came out, maybe 23, 24. Yeah.
23, 24. I was only my scene took about 3 months to shoot, and the whole run was really dope and stuff. I learned a lot. It was a different experience, and
it looked like you'd have been doing it for a while. I was telling Chuy and I was telling everybody here before, like that's like I had already known about you, but when I saw you on there, like I had to tell him, dude, I had such a big crush on you on that movie.
No
like
way.
your personality, the character that you played,
dude.
you know,
It was cool,
no
right? It was my first one, and I was nervous that it wasn't gonna translate. Like whatever I was like feeling or whatever I was acting, I was really nervous because I was like, I hope it just like translates well. I'm really happy with my performance. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I really am happy with my first role, and I want to get into more. I really loved it.
That was good. How did you end up getting that? You know, how did you end up getting that role? Did
So
somebody reach
shout out
out?
to 3AA.
Hey, throw hard.
Hey, Mr. Hennessy.
Three locked it in. That was 3.
Damn, that's that's your manager.
I know he is. He's my road manager for real.
That's beautiful right there.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Why do I see you on Law and Order and stuff? Like,
I
why do
would
I
love
see you on Power? Like, why do I see you on Power? Like,
My mom watches Law and Order every day. And I'm sitting there. Sometimes I'll sit there with her and I'll watch it.
Law and Order's
and I'm
the
like,
shit.
where do they get these actors from? Like, I could do this. You know what I mean? Like, I could really do
Dude, I
that.
was thinking like Grey's Anatomy, you know, one of the hot nurses. You know, like I got you, boy. You know,
I'll do it. I would love to be in Law and Order, bro. Just be like on the stand, like.
So you want to work in the industry of filming, but when it came to you hiring people, you have this thing called you like big boys.
Hold on. Before we do get into that, we do have to take another break, guys.
Okay,
we do have to take another break. This is gonna go longer than we expected. If it's okay, do you have time?
Cool.
Can we do that? Let's take another quick break. When we come back, we are gonna talk about her liking men, dog, and you know,
National Krystall Poppin Day, lefty gunplay.
Oh man!
Whoa, no!
Mexican OT.
Take a hot Cheeto. No.
And we do got a couple segments.
Yeah, we still got a couple of segments, so we're gonna take a quick break, guys. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and like, and we'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, guys. Episode 58, part 3, right? With the one and only Miss Krystall Poppin. Now, KP, we talked a lot about your time here and how you got into the industry, your new album, which is amazing. Shout out to that new album. Morning Heights, guys.
Morningside
Heights. Jesus. Get it right, Chuy. But good album, good music, good collaborations. But I wanted to get into some little details here with you. A while ago, something happened. I don't know, you met somebody, and people started finding out that you're into big boys, some big man.
I like the bigger men.
Hey, chill!
No.
Did you see that smile?
No,
I'm gonna zoom into that shit. She was like,
the crazy part is the community went wild. Why you gotta turn our community up? Like, or shout out gorditos, you know?
yeah, dude. All the gyms in the city lost a lot of people that day for sure.
You know what? Fuck it.
You decided to put. I need a big boy.
Yeah.
For my music video.
Where did that come from? Who did you see? Who did you fall in love with that you're like, I need that?
And who was the lucky mother ever?
No comment on a lot of that. All I'm gonna say is the women who know, they know where it's at. And it's just, it's a protection thing. It's a comfort thing. It's
like keep you warm in winter thing.
It's like it's just like a squeezing thing.
So you know what I'm talking about?
I feel that. There's times where we're chilling and I'm just like squeezing on them motherfucker.
No, exactly.
No, but okay.
I got his back
let's be real here. Let's be real, okay? And my thought was always like, I think I know why KP likes these bigger men, right? I mean, she likes to snack.
I'm a snacking ass bitch.
She's a snacking ass.
I'm a snacking ass bitch.
And then I'm thinking like, okay, if she saw some fit guy, I'm sure she's gonna be thinking like, okay, that guy has a morning routine.
They make me feel like I shouldn't be eating that. Don't make me feel like I shouldn't be eating that.
Ouch.
So what is your ideal man? For those that are watching and listening, okay, we know that it's gotta be a big boy. Right. It's gotta be a big boy. But other than that, what does this guy what does he have to be what
has to know how to cook. He has to know how to cook for sure. Period. Because I like to cook, but
write this shit down.
He needs to know how to cook, and that's just a given because it's like I invent a lot of weird snacks. I'm not gonna say weird because that sounds negative. I'm saying like combinations. I like to put combo. I'm like, I only have these ingredients in the fridge. I'm gonna make something good. And a big boy thinks the same way.
He'll be like, hey, add a little chocolate on that shit with some
like,
sprinkles, you know?
You know what? Like, he'll come up with things I didn't even think about. And that's the way to my heart. You know how they say, like, a way to man's heart is through his stomach? Yeah. It's the same thing with me. I'm not even going to lie. It's like through my stomach. Like, you can feed me. You know how to cook. Like, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Chuy doesn't get chicks. He gets stomachs. Right?
No, I'm telling you, like, and let me give y'all some game here. If you know how to cook, and if you don't know how to cook, learn, because that you gonna get the right girl like that. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite thing to eat when it comes to maybe a homemade meal?
So homemade meal guaranteed 100% is chile colorado. Rice and beans.
Write that shit down, Chuy. What the fuck you doing?
I don't gotta write that down. Ya dijo chile colorado.
But I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that I'm just like down for all the time, like a good ass like homemade bacon burger, cheese, all the toppings, you know what I'm saying, like snacks and then things snacks, you know what I'm saying, like,
and then a little bit of snacks, you know?
Yeah, and then after that you guys go out for a snack.
Yeah, or like at the movies we get all kinds of snacks, you know what I'm saying, like popcorn.
Are you the type of person that sneaks in food into the movie?
For sure.
What are you sneaking in? What are you sneaking into a movie?
Because why am I gonna buy the hot Cheetos there? Because the bag is smaller and it's more expensive. I'm gonna sneak that shit in. For sure. I'm sneaking in hot Cheetos. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I saw these people online sneaking in like pizza and stuff. I haven't tried it. I want to though. I want to.
How about we film a vlog like that?
Dude, we should film a vlog. We sneak in meals.
How much we could get away with?
Yeah, like Chick-fil-A meal and shit.
Yeah, have a whole buffet in front of us, dude.
Yeah. I can take a whole rotisserie.
Dude, yeah, rotisserie. Dude, if we snuck in
I'll bring a whole grill in there, dude, and we'll do some carne asada.
Dude, you grill in the middle of the movies is crazy.
That would be. You know what? That's something that we're gonna do. Bro. We're gonna see what we could take. If you guys have gone to the movies and snuck in some crazy food, let us know what type. I saw a video with like some lady pretending that she was pregnant, and she just had like a thing of like a big old bowl of pozole.
What?
Like, she like took her thing and it was like a big old jar of pozole, and then like she had like 3 or 4 plates and she passed it around, dude. And it was like during winter and they were watching some like.
You know what I love to eat when I'm watching a movie? Like McDonald's buffet.
There's a McDonald's. Oh, okay. What's in your McDonald's buffet? I was gonna say there's a McDonald's buffet, bro, and I don't know about this.
McDonald's meal right now.
So my favorite thing from McDonald's is simple. It's just the double cheeseburger, fries, Coke, and nuggets.
Pickle, onions,
everything.
God damn it. No pickle, no onions. Other than that, you're perfect. That's a perfect meal.
No.
But
you have to have those.
You like that?
I love it.
You're a pickle. You're a pickle girl.
Hot Cheetos and pickles.
That's true. She did mention pickles earlier, Chuy.
Someone said pickles earlier.
Pickles is delicious. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I've noticed men don't like pickles.
It's the shape. I think it's the shape.
I think it is. I think that's what it is. Men don't like them.
It's like, even when you cut them, I know what type of shape they came from.
Women will die for pickles, but men don't fuck with them. I don't know why.
No, dude.
And like when it comes to pickles, you like that chamoy? Like,
dude, honestly, everywhere I go, I always say no pickles, no onions.
I'm more of a salty girl. You know what I'm saying?
Original pickle.
Yeah. I like original. So.
There you go. And when it comes to snacks, what's the craziest thing you've ever snuck in the movies as a kid or
snuck in the movies? I mean, as a kid, honestly, it didn't get crazy. I didn't think you could sneak in crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? The most it was like, Tall Boys. Tall Boys. Yeah. Fuck yeah, I'm sucking some.
How did that go down?
Good. I'm like.
I remember. I could just imagine like the guy that cleans at the end of the night. Like,
fuck yeah.
We sell Tall Boys.
We missed that one. Hell yeah.
Shit.
Fuck yeah. I've drank 2 Tall Boys.
Not 1, but 2.
2.
That's respect and that's gangster. And that's crazy. I think the most I did was a McDouble and some fries.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Chuy, look at all the check marks that you're fucking putting on your list to like White Mary KP. Check mark.
Holy shit. Mary KP. But with this big boy fiasco and everything, there's a person personally, I think he's a lucky boy that won. And he was even got to feature on your music video. His name is the one and only, the delicious
Dario.
one. Dario! How did that happen?
Wow, like how? Like all I'm thinking is how, dude. Like Dario. Every time I call Dario, he's eating popcorn,
Love
he's
him.
chilling.
He's so fun. Like, I just love Dario. And he's like the big boy, the big boy. You know what I'm saying? And like, I show him so much love. And just like, we've been friends online for a long time. We've seen each other, you know, here and there at like festivals and things like that. But when I was doing my song, it's called This Is What I Need. And it's featuring Baby Bash. I was like,
Bash
you know
and
what I'm saying?
six fucking
What I need.
I'm saying, I was like, I need this video to be full of big boys. So I did a big boy like
Linkin Park,
what's it called? Casting call, and I got a bunch of big boys to sign up, and then I reached out to Dario, and I was like, Dario, I would love for you to be in this.
Dario is the
video.
biggest boy ever.
For those that don't know, he's the main man at 104.3.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's Johnny Cage's daddy and Javi's daddy and Romy's daddy too.
Damn.
Yeah, he is.
You're my
dude.
daddy
I mean,
too, Dario.
damn, Dario, I knew it, bro.
I love Dario. Not only that, like he also hosted one of my shows that I put together and stuff. So, you know, like I love Dario. He's so cool. He's funny. I love his laugh, his signature laugh. Like
Yeah, dude.
he's just so cool. And he did so great for the video. Like I love
I'm
it.
sure he did.
You dressed them all up, huh?
I did. I was like, wear a white tee, you know what I'm saying? You know, look, you know, hood. He's
Yeah.
like, I got you. He's so
Shout
cool.
out to him one more
Love
time,
Dario.
bro.
And girl, with you rocking the nation, and I want to say the country, you said you're touring everywhere. Here, especially in El Paso, I want to talk about January 27th,
Yes,
National
sir.
Krystall Poppin Day. Can you talk about more about that,
Same thing as Hennessy Day, Doug. In your wise.
On Tennessee Day. Tell me. Yeah, so I was blessed enough to be contacted by the city. They contacted me. And they just let me know, like, we appreciate everything that you were doing, representing El Paso all around the nation. And we would love to honor you by giving you your own day. And, you know,
And now we have January 27th as
it's January
Krystall Poppin.
27th, Krystall Poppin Day.
Do you have plans to do something on that day or
do.
eventually? What is
I
it?
do. I mean, should I tell you or should I not tell
No,
you?
I
you
think we should not. Like Big O's like, no, man. No, he
No?
takes off his glasses.
I think we should keep it. So look, just know, keep an eye on me on January 27th. Something's going on that day.
Something big will happen.
I'm already planning it.
Awesome.
It's already in the plans. for
So
sure.
real quick, before Chuy continues on his list, you got a big old list here, bro. Damn, dude.
I love the list.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
a list
that's-
person.
You got to keep
I'm a
the
list
work,
person.
you know?
Yeah,
If you ain't working,
Check that check mark, another one right there.
like
Dude.
that.
I'm a list person.
But really quick, when it comes to all the collaborations that you've had some really big collaborations. Who is somebody that you've always wanted to collaborate, that you're looking forward to collaborating with? Anybody, you know, on any genre, who would it
I
be?
mean, it is my lifetime dream to work with Lil Wayne.
Girl,
Hey, Lil Wayne, I know you're watching, big dog.
Easy F baby.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, baby.
And the F
Come
is for
on,
don't
Doug.
forget about El
Yeah.
I'm
Paso.
sorry I didn't answer your
Lil
call the
Wayne.
other day.
Lil Wayne, it is like my dream, and it would be my honor to work with you. So
Damn,
Work
that's a
with-
good one.
And if you had the chance, how would you make that song?
how would I make it?
Yeah.
Oh, so Lil Wayne is the goat of metaphors. So it would just be like metaphor on metaphor, back and forth, back and forth, metaphor. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I would love to. Like he taught me that in my writing. Like when I lean into metaphors, I'm thinking of Wayne. You know what I mean? So
Poetry.
yeah, for sure. So when I'm
Sure.
thinking of a song with us, it would just be one of those. It would be more his vibe. Because sometimes when two people collaborate, you can tell if they lean one way or the other as far as a person's style. Like when two people collaborate, it's like, are they going more this person's style or that person's style? I want to go like into Wayne's world. Wayne's
Stop. Write that shit down.
Write it down.
Friendly said here.
Hold on, let me just give me a moment.
That's
That was fire. That was fire.
dude.
Okay. Yeah, we're
That
gonna do
happened
that.
here in the Takeover Show.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's my dream.
Yeah, Lil Wayne. I mean,
Ultimately.
that's an awesome fucking choice, dude.
And I agree because growing up, I guess, like, just he's the shit. Like he's the GOAT. Like
The GOAT.
They say Jay-Z, all that, but I'm like, nah. With Lil Wayne, Drake, Tiger.
Wayne's the greatest rapper.
Like he just ran it
Ever.
for all of us.
Is
you
that
know?
who you?
Lil Wayne is, I will die on that hill. Lil Wayne is the greatest
Facts.
rapper alive.
Same.
Ever.
Hey,
Ever.
Oh,
Lil Wayne's the greatest rapper.
with that being said, and the culture and everything, I have this segment here sponsored to us by our boys Dulce. If you want to play, it's called Culture Segment. So let me go ahead and get.
that's right. And hosting this segment is your boy, El Tortanator, Mr. Chuy. Bro, I can't even find the fucking nuts, dog.
Why are you hating? Bro?
I'm not hating, dude. It's just
Bro,
I
it's
told you to
just-
get organized
bro,
on your notes,
I'm
dude.
organized,
You've had the
but-
same notepad for 7 years, doggy.
Yeah, we here. But on this cultural segment, we like to ask questions. If you can answer right away.
Okay.
It's between food. It's about
Food.
cars. It's about lifestyle. And
I know about all
culture.
that stuff.
So if you can just give me one quick second, and I'll get it for you right.
Let's do it.
KP, what don't you know? Jeez. Damn, dude. Look, Chuy. Look at how organized Chuy is, man.
I love it.
Look,
I'm like
dude,
this.
I love
I'm
that.
appreciating
Chuy.
it because I
Chuy
do that.
Let it go, motherfucker.
I do this. What you're doing, I do that. I do
It's
that.
because it's so hard. It's a year of notes. But you ready to play?
I'm ready.
Okay, so here we go. The first one is Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie. Wait, hold on.
Oh.
So obviously we already know this one. Illmatic by Nas or Ready to Die by Biggie.
Ready to die.
Okay.
Kanye West or Pharrell?
Kanye.
8. Migos or NWA?
NWA.
NWA. Okay. Nicki or Cardi B?
Nicki.
Oh.
When it comes to sports, LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan.
Ah.
Okay. We have this thing. It's called Peso Pluma from the new generation or Vicente Fernandez from the old
Vicente
generation.
Fernandez.
Oh shit. And we have this one. It's Power 102 or 104.3.
All right, wait. That means she skips it. She skips it. Can we get her a shot, actually? For everything
Yeah.
that she misses, she's going to take a
you
shot.
gotta take a shot.
You got your own shot right
So-
here.
I'll take a shot for
I'll
that.
take a
We
shot.
have
Take a
couple
shot.
more. It's gonna be Banda
Hold on.
MS.
Let her take a
Hold on,
shot.
take a
shot.
Let her take a shot first, Chewy.
Drink this?
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, you can take a drink.
Yeah, take a drink. Take a drink. All right, here we go.
My next one is Banda MS or Fuerza Regida.
Fuerza Regida.
Nice. The next one is gonna be Selena Alba and Dreaming of You.
Selena.
Versus Shakira.
Selena.
All right, see. Daddy Yankee's hit Rompe. Daddy Yankee's hit Lo que pasó, pasó. O Don Omar's Pobre Diabla.
Pobre diabla.
You know what? Pobre Diabla hit me in the heart.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
It's like it has a place in my heart. It has
Yeah,
a
it's like
place
that
in my heart.
quinceañera age, you know, like,
Yeah,
oh, holy
yeah,
shit, that
because I was a
bitch.
Diabla. You know what I'm saying?
Johnny Cage or DJ Javi.
Pass.
Ooh, take a shot. Take a shot.
Shout
I
out
would
to
have
shout out to
just
both
said
of
Johnny
them.
Cage, dude. DJ Javi, where the fuck you been at, dog? You know we've been calling you, dog. Where the fuck you
love
been
them
at?
both.
The phone. So we got Kate del Castillo, Reina del Sur, or Sofia Vergara.
Sofia.
Sofia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good one. Good choice.
And my boy always likes to ask this one right here.
Before we do start getting into food, I want to ask, obviously, hot Cheetos over Takis?
Yeah, I was gonna
Cheetos.
say.
Hot Cheetos.
For sure.
Out of all the hot
So double
Cheetos-
X.
Yeah!
Extra spice.
Okay. Green or red enchiladas?
Red.
Red enchiladas. Holy shit. Okay. Tacos or flautas?
Flautas.
Flautas.
I love
What type of flautas?
Cometa.
Okay, cometa or
La pila.
no? Pues es que no es.
I've never had it.
You've never had
I've
la
never had
pila?
I always hear about it and I
Hijo de su
want to try
pinche
it.
madre.
And it's a goal of my
La
life.
pila,
and
you
I've
guys
never
are,
had it.
you guys, I know you guys are
DM our girl right
watching,
now.
I need to
collaborate.
try it.
Y si va
I
Juárez,
always
eh?
hear
Y si va,
about
dude.
them, but I've never had them.
El
Good.
Motorola. When it comes to food, he said cometa or Chicos Tacos.
They're different. They're different.
They're very different.
But if you had to pick one to go eat, which one would you do?
Take a drink.
I can't.
Take a drink.
It's because one day I was like, all I want is Chicos, and there's no way I want Cometa. And then other days it's like, I only want Cometa, and hell no, I don't want Chicos. So it's like,
that's
I don't
true.
know how to answer that.
That's true. So that means you're gonna take a drink. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take a drink. I'll
All
take
right.
a drink.
All right. So this one, KP, I need you to really think about this one. We'll give you time on this one.
But if you have to put the gloves with him, I'll let
Yeah,
I'll
we
let
have
it
some
run.
gloves out here. Shout out to La Piquina and the Rodriguez team for giving us these gloves, man. She's got an
What?
awesome
you gotta meet her.
fight
She's
coming
in the
up, man.
Pro boxing
Nayeli La
gym.
Piquina Rodriguez, guys, she is a future champ coming up here in El Paso, Texas. She is the first female athlete to fight in men's rules.
Yes.
Ooh.
Not
Or the
only
second,
that-
or the second,
Fire.
all of it. So, and she's from El Paso. Shout out to her, man. But anyway, so this question, it's there's a few guests out there that we've had to blow and throw blows
Period.
out in the parking lot.
Pause.
Yeah. So let me tell you this: is a hot dog considered a sandwich?
They've asked me this in my life before.
Think about it, girl.
What if it's a taco?
Okay. So is it a sandwich or not?
It's a taco.
So it's not a. So it's not a sandwich, though, right?
It's a taco. It's not a sandwich.
She said it's not a fucking sandwich, you motherfucker.
It's the American taco.
It's the.
I like that one.
I've never heard that
valid.
before. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Dude, that just blew my
Valid.
fucking mind, dude.
Valid.
Like my brains came out my asshole, dude. That shit is fucking crazy. That is the American fucking
The
taco,
American
dude.
taco.
American taco. You get a bun and you get a bunch of
And you gotta eat
shit
it
that
like
you don't
this?
know what you're eating. As me,
A sandwich is eaten like this.
Do your taco with the pinky up or así?
dude. Listen to her explanation.
Hot dogs like this.
Okay. El taco?
Tacos like this.
Why do I always
A torta?
A torta like this.
Chuy, how do you eat a torta?
Pinky up. Como el chavo del ocho, güey. Así, güey. But without them being that, I have two more major questions. And this one, was a big one that we saw in the hip hop scene. I've seen it in Drinking Champs, and Snoop Dogg gave us a good question. Answer: would you rather have loyalty or respect?
Let me think about that, because that's a really hard question.
I've never heard that one, dude.
So, the reason, okay, I'm going to say loyalty because when you want loyalty, you expect that from your circle around you, the people who are intimate with you, the people around you every single day. You can get respect from like outsiders. You don't necessarily have their loyalty, but you need loyalty from your circle. And if you don't have loyalty from them, you don't even have respect. But loyalty is so important because it's essentially trust, and you can't go far, or you might go crazy if you don't have trust in the people around you. And you need people around you, like I said earlier. You need people to get ahead. So I think loyalty.
And I think in some sense, I think like respect relates to loyalty, because when you're loyal to someone, that means you're respecting
Respect them.
them. You know what I mean?
You can't respect someone if you're not loyal to them.
Exactly.
And it's hand in hand. So
Yeah.
I'd rather have loyalty. I'd rather, you know what, guys? And the end of the day, we ended up in this we ended up in the mud, but we had fun and we stuck together till the end, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
And
we all did it together.
That's
Remember
it,
the time
you know?
we opened cans with Maruchan? You know what I mean?
Always and forever.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
look, let me tell you this. This little short story. So me and 3Z, when we were living in the RV, we were going through a time where we were like, dude, we need to eat healthy regardless of the fact that we can't buy food. So, we bought avocados. That was what we spent our money on. And we were cutting up avocados and eating them with a little bit of salt because it was like, we're broke, but we need to eat healthy. You know what I mean?
So you guys thought about avocados.
So we ate avocados, and that was dinner. Avocados.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
That's honestly like that whole story that you told us about that. Like, I mean, I did some good research, and I didn't hear about this story about the hardships that you went when it came to this, you know, you guys, because let's be honest, you know, for both of you guys had the choice to go and get a fucking job, right? So you guys won't be fucking suffering through that, but you guys decided, hey, no, this is what we're doing.
Let me throw this at you. Before I went artist full time, I was making bank at a salon doing facials and skincare. I was doing aesthetics.
You were doing aesthetics?
Dude, women were like, I would have monthly clients, like on the dot to the day.
How much you do this for?
And $60 an hour.
No way.
I was making bank, bro. I had no worries in the world.
I heard you did Stella Casas' hair at one point.
I did. I washed her
the girl
hair
that fucking
in
did a
my
hit and
salon.
run on my pod?
Yes.
That girl. Holy fuck, what the hell?
I washed her hair before.
It must have been that same day because her hair looked good that day.
Exactly. It was probably me because I did good hair washing. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Hold on, I have the name of the
was
salon.
making bank at this
Estela
salon.
Casas, I know you're watching, dude. We remember.
I love you, Estela, by the way.
Yeah, we remember and we do love you. That's
You
what
gotta come back and get
I
on
we
and
do.
tell us.
Yeah, let us know what happened.
I had no reason to leave my job at the salon. No reason at all.
You did have a reason.
I had a big reason. I had a dream.
Foliage Salon is where you worked at.
Foliage.
Yeah, I did my research, dude. Come on.
You're like Nardwuar, bro.
This shit no plug here, guys. He's got it all. He's got it all. That's why he's my co-host. Because he brings the snacks.
Yo, I worked at Foliage Salon and I was making bank. Bank, bro.
At least you know you could go back, right?
Okay, so yes. So let me bring that up. I have a license of cosmetology and I keep up with it. You have to update it every 2 years. I stay because I always have that. I can never go broke. I can never go
certified,
broke.
my dog, certified.
Plan B or Dario, your plan C, Dario. Dario's like, I'm ready.
You know what I'm saying?
So KP, I want to give you your flowers. That's fucking awesome and everything, and that's beautiful. But someone did say they can beat you in a race in her show.
Oh,
What?
that was
So
true.
I'm gonna let my boy here go ahead and.
That was true.
Back in
we
the
first
AAA,
recorded. Actually,
yeah.
this is actually on our first podcast that we ever filmed.
Actually, yeah.
It was the local legend, our boy Johnny Cage, and you guys had just done the AA, AAA,
AAA all the way
baseball, where you had all these celebrities go out there.
The game where I scored every time I hit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
So Johnny Cage didn't make it. And I'm gonna post a video here. I'm not starting any beef.
Yeah.
I just want to know your reaction to it. But
And if
Johnny
we can
Cage,
have a race on the show.
Johnny Cage said that he could beat you in a race, man.
go.
What do you feel about that?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. If we can make it happen.
Johnny, I know you're watching, and you know what? If we need to ask your daddy, fucking Dario, we will. Okay. But
Dario
guys,
better be there so I can rub his belly.
My boy Dario.
Adopt me, Dario. Oh shit.
Me too.
All right.
Me too.
Okay. All right, guys, we're coming in actually really to the back of the end. What we're gonna do here is we have some segments that we wanted to do, but we're not gonna do them, Chuy. What we want to do is we want to do a very special segment here. A segment that Chuy brought up himself. What is this segment called, Chuy, where people get to really lock in?
This is our fans' favorite right here. It's called the Borderland Uplift. It's brought to you by our boys Mijos Things, Big O Photo Productions, and Dulce. If you can look in this camera and give them 1 minute of motivation to the city, and it doesn't have to be whatever, it just has to be for the
Okay.
culture.
What's up, El Paso? It's your girl, Krystall Poppin. And I'm here to tell you, I really started from zero. You know what I'm saying? And all that was driving me was my will to find something else, something more, something that was calling me. And it turned into a dream. And I decided that there was no way and no day that I was going to stop until I found out what that dream was and what God wanted me to do. And I chased it, and now I'm here. And now I am a full-time artist. I live off of my dream. And I just want you to know that if I can do it, then so can you.
That's right. That's right. Guys, all that being said, we've run out of time, man. This was one of our best episodes so far. I hope you guys loved it. Make sure you guys are following, subscribing, and liking. Guys, we'll have all the links here at the bottom below. Chuy, final words real quick.
Check out Morningside Heights and everything. Make sure to give our people our love. Miss KP, thank you for giving us a shot, becoming friends. And honestly, you have 2 friends here you can always rely on.
Thank you, guys.
When it comes to anything, if you need help from the studio, from us, anything, it goes to Mr. 3 a.m. and our friend, the security guard. Fucking Rush, my bad.
Rush.
All that being said, guys, thank you so much. Y'all make sure to stay safe and stay fresh. We're out.
Hey, you actually